Hello and welcome to the CottageCutz YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted here on YouTube, and today I am going to make a bay window card featuring some of the latest dies from the Christmas Part 2 release. Here I'm starting out with a 120-pound cardstock that I've cut to 4 1/4 by 11. On the 11-inch edge, I am scoring at 3/8 of an inch, 1 3/4 of an inch, 3 3/4 of an inch, 5 1/8 of an inch, and 5 1/2. And the easiest way I found to do this is to fold in half at that 5 1/2 mark. Then the next score line after that will be a valley fold, followed by 2 mountain folds, followed by a final valley fold. So a mountain fold is when you fold it so that the folded edge comes to a peak, and the valley fold is when you fold it and it dips down and comes back up like a V. So when you're done, you should have something that looks a little something like this. It's going to be a landscape side folding card that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so that's the standard USA 2 size card. And I've cut down some mats and layers to fill each of these panels. Now, because there is that folded edge, I am cutting these so that I can show intentionally a little bit of that white card base, because you're not going to be able to really glue paper over the folds, and you can choose how much of your card base you want to show, and how much how big or small you want your mats and layers to be. So that first solid color cardstock layer, I just cut to 1/8 of an inch smaller for each of those sections. And then the layer of pattern paper that I put on top of that was cut to a quarter of an inch smaller than the solid color cardstock. And this piece here is again another piece of solid color cardstock that I've cut to 1 inch wide by 4 1/4 tall. So that's going to be the height of my card, and 1 inch wide. And I've attached some foam to it, and I'm gluing what you see me gluing here. That's all on the inside of the card. So when you open up your card, that's where these pieces will go. And then that little bit of pattern paper actually measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then I just glued down that first 3/8 of an inch section. So just that first section, that very narrow section. Don't put glue past that score line, and that pretty much completes the base of our card. And so now we can have fun decorating it. Today I'm going to be using Mr. and Mrs. Gingerbread Gnome. They are super adorable, and what I really love about these gnomes is that all of the icing detail, the swirlies and all of that, those are all separate. And if you didn't use them, these would just be really cute gnomes. So you don't actually have to make them gingerbread. You can just make them gnomes. So really love how versatile they are. And I applied some adhesive, double-sided adhesive tape to plain white cardstock, and then I colored all of these pieces individually. If you want to see that whole process, you can pop on over to my channel, which is LV Handcrafted, where I leave all of that in. But I want to keep this video nice and short for you. And so to have a little bit of a backdrop for my gnomes, I have this oval die cut, which I'm being careful only to adhere to the center panel, because we want our card to be able to open, and for that, the angles of our bay window to fold away from this. So it has this really nice effect of making it feel like that panel is floating a little bit. So, but you just want to be careful you don't glue past the folds of that center panel, because then your card won't open and fold back in that nice bay window shape as it's intended to. And so now might be a good time to mention that if you caught my last video and you left a comment, you might have won the die set that was being given away. So if you want to check to see if you're a winner, then open the description box of this video, and the winner will be announced there, and instructions for how to claim your prize from CottageCutz will be in there as well. In today's video, CottageCutz will be giving away one of these gingerbread gnome die sets, and let's pick Mrs. Gingerbread Gnome because she's super adorable. And you might have noticed that Mr. Gingerbread Gnome is actually holding a gingerbread man, and I took the gingerbread man that he's holding and I made that little gingerbread man an additional little accent for when you open this, and it reveals that little gingerbread man in the corner. And then I gave Mr. Gingerbread Man the cookie that comes from Mrs. Gingerbread Man, or Mrs. Gingerbread Gnome. And so you can really, mix and match, swap, use these however you like. I think they are both super adorable and very versatile because they don't have to be gingerbread at all. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and leave a comment if you want a chance to win Mrs. Gingerbread Gnome. Thanks so much. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.